Okay, so guys, I just got off work. I was gonna just get this out of the way. I told you guys, even though I couldn't make one for every game, I'd make one after the World Series, and that one was, last year. Last year it was a little easier losing to San Francisco because one, they clearly were better than we were. I mean, they completely dominated the entire series. We couldn't get anything with our bats. We won one game, and that was just scraping by. But this team rallied back this season, and I don't want that to get lost in this. And you can't, I almost feel like I'm being a little greedy, wanting another championship after the Mavericks got one this year. And for most fans, you don't see one sometimes in your lifetime for any of your teams. But, the Rangers got back this year after being completely inept for most of their entire existence. They've gone back-to-back World Series. But speaking about just this World Series, this one hurts because this was one we expected to win. And really, in Game 6, which will go down as one of the greatest postseason baseball games of all time. I mean, it sucks that I had a dog in the fight because I really can't enjoy what that game really meant to baseball. And hats off to Freeze. I mean, that's a great story. Hometown kid, showing up and really extending, being the force that helps him win that ball game. And then today, we just, first inning, get 2 runs, and then Carpenter shuts us down, and the rest of the pitching staff shuts them down. And the problem with this series was that we out-hit, for the most part, the Cardinals, but our pitching staff just kept putting guys on base with walks and just bad pitching for the most part. So, you don't want to be too hard on them, but, now that the Rangers have proved that they're a championship caliber team. Have they won one? No. But I don't want, first off, I need to say congrats to the Cardinals. They at one point, I think they said they were 10.5 games back of the wild card. They worked their way back in. They've been playing from behind all postseason, and it didn't stop here in the World Series, and they got it done. And should the Rangers have won this? Yeah, I think the Rangers should have won this game in Game 6. But, that just shows how hard the Cardinals played. And see, I know how much the Rangers wanted this, so to me that's even more impressive that St. Louis won this thing. So the St. Louis fans out there, and St. Louis is a great baseball city. I mean, that's their team in St. Louis. So congrats to them. I really thought, in Game 6 when Josh hits the home run, he's had a bad postseason. He's been banged up with that groin, and to go out there first pitch, knock a 2-run homer in the 10th. I was like, that's it. Like that's how this should end, with Josh Hamilton getting the home run to put us up. And the Cardinals said that's not how they wanted to end it, and they took care of business. And then today the Cardinals were the better team today. So it's hard, it's back-to-back World Series appearances is great, but you want to get one, And this team, if they keep this team together, yeah, the Rangers can go back again next year, and we know that. But it's such a hard grind in baseball to get to the World Series. That's why you have the champagne baths, after every series and when you clinch, because you work so hard to get there. And for it to come down to one game and you really just didn't have your best stuff, and St. Louis did, it's tough. But when you let a team like the Cardinals stay alive in a series, they've proven they can beat you, and they did today. So congrats, Cardinals. Rangers fans, once again, though, to all the Rangers fans out there who have stuck by this team since we were pitiful. This one hurts us more because a lot of people jumped on, and that's fine. It's baseball. A lot of people it's kind of good for the Rangers in the sense that more people in this area are getting into baseball because of the Rangers' success. But I've always thought it meant more for home team fans when their team does something special. So people up in Missouri, congrats. People here in Texas, it's rough. We know we have a good squad. We have a good group of guys. Just came up short, and it hurts. This one, last year was rough, but like I said, we saw the writing on the wall. After Game 1, we kind of knew, okay, these guys, this pitching staff and this group of guys, they're not going to get beat this series. This series against St. Louis, we really, especially after 5 games and most of 6 games, we really looked like we were the better team. But the Cardinals kept fighting. So congrats Arizona. Congrats St. Louis for winning this game and this series. And they have the 2011 World Series champions. Maybe I just don't want the Rangers to turn into the Buffalo Bills of baseball. That's what I'm worried about. But congrats St. Louis and Rangers. I hate saying this, but there's always next year. Man, that's cliche, isn't it? Go Rangers. See y'all later.